So this is what I kind of do before I start a video to mentally prepare myself for talking to a camera.
Powering on.
If you're by any chance wondering where the hell I am, I'm in my new room because I used to be in my grandma's room, as you saw, the little room where I put my Red Bull lights up. Well, I'm in my new room right now, which is the whole attic, so it's massive. Yeah. Anyway, the room's not totally finished yet, but it's good enough to live in, I suppose. I used to I lived in here for like half a year. And then we decided to redo the installation because it wasn't good enough and I was freezing or I was boiling. So we redid the installation and now I can live here. So somewhere in my room I've got a box full of old stuff, and since I wanted to be comfortable for this video, I thought I might try on my old onesie and see if it still fits me. I think I got it for my birthday when I was like 12. And I'm 17 now, and I grew a few sizes, I hope, so we'll see. Oh, hello. I don't know if I should be excited or worried. A lot of poo. There it is. It's a piggy, because pigs are my favorite animals. Awkwardly undressing in front of a camera. Never done this before. First time for everything. It's a little bit small. Look how low it is. Let's start. Okay, though, right now it's time to be serious. If I can. I live in France. I've been living here for nearly 2 years, like a year and a half, okay? Living in France has a lot of disadvantages too, because it's fun and so cool and nice, and just sometimes when you're like surrounded by the good people, and it can suck and you wish to go back where you came from. I accepted the fact that I live here now and I'm fine with that. There's like peace and blah blah. Everything's going way better than in the first place. No, what? Than before, so that's really good. I don't know where I'm going with this story. So yeah, last week something happened which obviously made me really upset and worried, and I didn't really know what to do in that situation. Well, what happened was that my grandma in Holland, something happened with her and she wasn't doing very well, so she had to go to the hospital all of a sudden, and they had to do loads of checking on her and testing her blood and whatever, and she was in there for nearly a week, I think. Well, the day after we heard that she wasn't doing well at all and something had happened, my dad booked a ticket to go to Holland with the bus and visit her and just be there for her. And I was just here like, well, I have school and I can't just book a ticket like that because they won't accept me just going to Holland like that. And that's one thing that really sucks about living here. You can't just go back to Holland when something happens there. If anything happens with my family members, I can't just go there and be there in an hour, you know. You at least take 12 hours. It's not just fun living here. There's a lot more to it. And that's what I realized last week. And obviously she got better day by day, and she left hospital after nearly a week, which was really good and which I'm really happy about. And next time anything happens with my grandma or my other grandma or my family or my sister, yeah, well, sisters are family, what? or just anyone really. I can't be there for them like that, which sucked. I can only like message them, but I'm really not a message person. I never message people. Even my friends in Holland, like once in like 3 months I message them and I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Like not even all of them. If I would text one of my sisters, I would have to text the other sister as well, and my other brother and my other brother, and I can't do that. I just send them a text once in a while, or maybe they send me a text and I would love to reply to them and call them and stuff. But when I have to send a text first, I'm just really bad at that. I'm like, oh, am I bothering them? Oh, do they want to talk to me? I know I should message people more often and actually ask them, how are you doing? And what's going on? And have I missed anything? But I love to talk to people in person. And when I see them in person, I talk a lot. And we literally just share anything really that happened. And sometimes you forget something and you text them after like, oh, I'll tell you next time, you know. I love talking to them, but just in person. I just want to say that a big disadvantage of living in France is not being able to be there when anything happens with your family in Holland, in like a different country, the country you're from. Now I'm just wondering what my parents think is the biggest disadvantage of living in France. So I'm gonna ask them. Let's go. These are fashion though. Mama? Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yes, ready?
This is my mom, and I'm gonna ask her a question. Mama.
Yeah. Yes.
What do you think is the biggest disadvantage of living in France?
Well, the biggest disadvantage, there are no disadvantages, but the
Oh yeah, right.
but if I have to choose one, that's that everything is very far away. You have to
I agree.
You have to get the car to go everywhere. You can't go by bike or walking.
Walk. Yeah. My little brother. Well, little. Next question. It was a correct answer, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. What is the biggest advantage of living in France?
The biggest advantage is that there's so much space here, and there are great views. I love the views. You don't see any houses. You only see forest and
Cows.
Cows, animals,
and goats in the future.
Yeah, and goats. Yes.
No. I can see you. Look at the microphone. I think it turned into a rabbit. Oh. What are you doing? No, you will like the microphone too, huh? Hello.
Hi.
Could you tell us what you think is the biggest disadvantage of living in France?
That's without any doubt the paper mess they're asking you to fill in every time again for small things like how many times does your dog pee? You have to fill in a form, which is annoying.
And what do you think is the biggest advantage of living in France?
The space around the house, the way we're living, it's freedom.
Do you want to know something funny? Mama said exactly the same.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, that's not such a big surprise, is it? Because we both wanted to be here, so...
Okay, I'm so proud of this shot. This shot is so cool. Even though I love making this video, I've got to go because I've got to get ready because I got a date tonight, girl. Yeah! Yeah, no, my boyfriend asked me out to go on a date, so... Let's get ready! Okay, so I've got to be quick because apparently my boyfriend can be here any minute and I'm not gonna go out for dinner in this. But I always take ages choosing my clothes, so I don't know what to wear. feel like this is restaurant proof. Let's go and meet my boyfriend. Don't know what that pose was. This is the card. We're in a French restaurant, and this is Brendan waiting for, I don't know. We're just talking really, because we're really early, and there's like no one in this restaurant. Was your dinner nice?
Yeah.
Is this a good shot?